What if I told you the very first letter of your name carries a vibration, a spiritual frequency that echoes your karmic path? In Buddhism, nothing is random. Not your birth, not your choices, and certainly not your name. Each letter holds a seed of intention, a karmic imprint, a whisper from the universe that reveals something deeper about your soul's journey. Modern men often feel lost in the noise, expected to be strong, silent, and successful, yet disconnected from their inner world. But true strength is rooted in self-awareness, and awareness begins with observation. Even something as simple as your name is a gateway. This is not superstition, it is symbolic insight. In Buddhist practice, symbols are not decoration, they are direction. They point inward, helping us remember who we are beneath the ego, beneath the expectations. Today, we will explore the spiritual essence behind each letter of the alphabet, reflecting on what it says about your karma, your character, and your calling. As you listen, do not just analyze, feel. Let these truths speak to the part of you that has always known. Let the teachings awaken what the world made you forget. Your first letter is not an accident, it is a mirror, and it is time to look. A. The fire of awakening. If your name begins with the letter A, you carry the energy of awakening. In Buddhist teachings, awakening, Bodhi, is not a destination, but a flame that burns quietly within. The A person is often born with an inner fire, a restless yearning for truth, and a hunger that worldly pleasures can never satisfy. You are not here to live a shallow life. You are here to break illusions. From a young age, you may have felt different, detached from superficial chatter, uninterested in chasing status, yet unable to fully express the depth you feel. This is not a flaw, it is your gift. You are wired to rise, not to conform. In Buddhism, A is also symbolic of the first sound, the beginning of all mantras, the source of all teachings. It represents potential in its purest form. When you speak, you set things into motion. Your words carry weight, and your silence carries wisdom. This power can uplift or destroy, depending on your awareness. But here is the catch. Your strength can easily become your shadow. That fire inside can turn to anger, arrogance, or isolation, if not tempered by compassion. So the lesson of A is balance. Like the Buddha who walked the middle way, you must learn to hold your strength with softness. You are meant to lead, not through dominance, but through presence. People feel something when you enter a room, not because you are loud, but because your energy is undeniable. Do not waste it trying to be liked. Do not dilute yourself to fit in. A man who honors his truth does not need permission to be who he is. Your spiritual path requires you to be bold enough to go alone, patient enough to wait in stillness, and wise enough to know when to act. Meditation will not just calm you, it will align you. You are not looking for answers outside, they are inside, buried beneath layers of noise. Remember, awakening is not a dramatic moment. It is a series of small choices. Choose silence over reaction. Choose truth over comfort. Choose awareness over escape. If your name begins with A, then your life begins with awareness. Do not sleepwalk through this world. Wake up, rise, burn clean. Be the beginning of something greater. B. The bridge of compassion. If your name begins with the letter B, you are the living embodiment of bridge building, a rare gift in a world craving connection. In Buddhist philosophy, compassion, karuna, is the path that softens the hardened heart and unites what was once divided. You are not just a man, you are a channel where understanding flows. The letter B vibrates with balance, between strength and tenderness, action and stillness. You naturally sense the suffering of others, not as a burden, but as a call to act. This is the core of your spiritual work, to close gaps between people, between your inner world and outer reality, between ego and empathy. Many modern men wrestle with the stereotype that compassion is weakness. But your presence quietly disproves this. You know that true power is not domination, but deep listening. You are the one who can hold space when others shut down, the one who creates peace without needing to control. The Buddha taught that compassion arises from understanding interdependence, that all beings are connected like threads in a vast tapestry. Your life is woven into this fabric. You are here to remind others of their shared humanity, to ease the isolation that blinds so many. But compassion is not passive. It is an active force that requires courage. You will face resistance from those who fear vulnerability, from your own inner doubts. This is your test, to maintain open-heartedness without losing your center. Meditative practice will anchor your ability to act from a place beyond impulse. By cultivating mindfulness, you learn to respond instead of react, to offer help without attachment to outcome. Your strength lies in your capacity to be present, fully, and without judgment. This is rare in a world obsessed with speed and success. By embracing your be nature, you become a sanctuary for others, a place where healing begins. Your name's first letter is a reminder that your deepest purpose is to be the bridge, not only connecting others, but connecting your own fractured self to the quiet wisdom within. When you build this bridge, you create a world where kindness is not a luxury, but a foundation. If your name starts with B, live boldly as the bearer of compassion. Let your heart be both shield and sword. In this way, you walk the true path of a warrior, one who fights with love. C, the path of courageous clarity. If your name starts with the letter C, you embody the powerful spirit of courageous clarity. In Buddhism, clarity is not mere intellectual understanding. It is a profound seeing, unclouded by desire, fear, or distraction. Your journey is about facing reality without flinching and acting with fearless honesty. The letter C vibrates with the energy of a warrior who walks a tightrope between doubt and certainty. You are not content with half-truths or comfortable illusions. Instead, you seek the raw essence of life, even when it is painful. This boldness is your strength, but also your challenge. Modern life often rewards avoidance, denial of uncomfortable feelings, or inconvenient truths. But you are different. You stare directly at what others turn away from. Your shadows, your mistakes, the impermanence of all things. This is no easy task, but it is the foundation of awakening. Buddhism teaches that ignorance is the root of suffering. To see clearly is to dissolve illusions, to free yourself from chains that bind the mind. Your C calls you to be a torchbearer in the darkness, illuminating the path for yourself and others. But courage without compassion becomes harshness, and clarity without kindness can be cold. Your spiritual task is to balance sharp insight with gentle acceptance. When anger or judgment arises, meet it with awareness and let it pass like a cloud. Your power lies in honest communication and authenticity. Speak your truth with kindness, but do not water it down. Men like you are needed in a world where many hide behind masks and empty words. Meditation will deepen your clarity, helping you cut through confusion and rest in pure awareness. This is where true courage blooms, not in bravado or force, but in calm presence. If your first letter is C, you are called to be a man who faces life with unshakable clarity and fearless heart. Let no illusion deceive you. Walk your path with boldness, and know that in seeing clearly, you awaken not only yourself, but all who follow your light. D, the pillar of determined discipline. If your name begins with the letter D, you carry the essence of determined discipline, a quality revered in Buddhist practice as the backbone of transformation. The Buddha himself emphasized discipline, not as rigid control, but as the steady commitment to truth and the cultivation of the mind. You are a pillar, strong and reliable, with a quiet power that does not seek applause. Your path is one of consistency, where daily effort, small but unrelenting, builds the foundation for awakening. This is the strength of D, a slow-burning fire that forges resilience and clarity over time. Modern men often struggle with impatience and distraction, but your nature is different. You understand that real change does not come from sudden bursts, but from steadfast, repeated practice. Whether it is meditation, ethical living, or honest self-reflection, you show up for yourself every day. In Buddhism, Discipline is tied closely to right effort, one of the eightfold path elements. This is the balance between too much force, which burns you out, and too little effort, which lets the mind wander into chaos. Your task is to find this balance and hold it with humility and patience. Your first letter also speaks to responsibility. You are someone who others can rely on, not because you demand it, but because you embody steadiness. In a chaotic world, you are an anchor, quietly shaping your character through deliberate choices. Beware, however, of turning discipline into harsh self-judgment. The Buddha warned against self-condemnation, which only breeds suffering. Your discipline must be infused with self-compassion, recognizing that every step, no matter how small, is progress. Meditation and mindful awareness will sharpen your focus and deepen your commitment. With each breath, you strengthen the bridge between intention and action. If your name starts with D, know that your strength lies not in momentary passion, but in enduring dedication. You are a man who builds the path with steady hands and an unshakable heart. Embrace your role as the pillar of determined discipline, and through your quiet power, inspire others to walk their own path with resolve. The essence of equanimity. If your name begins with the letter E, you embody the timeless quality of equanimity, a core Buddhist ideal that represents balanced composure amid life's inevitable storms. Equanimity is not indifference. It is a deep inner peace that arises when you stop clinging to fleeting emotions or external conditions. The E-man naturally seeks harmony within himself and with the world. You are called to be steady, unshaken by praise or criticism, success or failure. This does not mean you are cold or detached. Rather, you are deeply aware of the impermanence of all things and accept reality as it is. In Buddhism, equanimity is one of the 4 Brahmaviharas, the sublime states that cultivate a heart free of suffering. Your spiritual task is to cultivate this balance, learning to face joy and sorrow with the same open heart. This is the mark of maturity and wisdom. Modern life bombards us with extremes: stress, overexcitement, disappointment. You may feel pulled in many directions, yet your name's energy reminds you to find the calm center within. This calm is not passive. It is the foundation for clear judgment and compassionate action. You have the power to remain grounded in chaos, to be a source of calm for those around you. Others may not understand your quiet strength, but your presence brings relief and steadiness. However, equanimity requires practice. It asks you to observe your reactions without judgment, to witness the rising and falling of thoughts and feelings as waves on the ocean. Meditation is your tool, training you to stay balanced and not be swept away. Beware the temptation to suppress emotions or disengage. True equanimity embraces all feelings without being controlled by them. It is the art of flowing with life rather than resisting it. If your name starts with E, your path is to embody the essence of equanimity, a calm warrior who faces life's highs and lows with an unwavering heart. Your inner peace will inspire others to find their own balance in a world spinning out of control. Be steady. Be present. Be the calm in the storm. F, the flame of fearless freedom. If your name begins with the letter F, you carry the fierce energy of fearless freedom. In Buddhism, freedom is the ultimate goal, liberation from the chains of ignorance, attachment, and suffering. Your soul's calling is to break free, not only from external limitations, but from the prisons of your own mind. F is the spark that ignites courage to face what most men avoid, the truth of impermanence and the emptiness beneath form. You are meant to walk boldly into the unknown, unshackled by fear, expectations, or societal norms. Modern men often feel trapped by responsibilities, roles, and invisible cages of conditioning. But your name's energy reminds you that true freedom is found within. It's not an escape, but a profound inner sovereignty. The Buddha called this nirvana, the extinguishing of the fires of craving and aversion. You are naturally rebellious, not in anger or defiance, but in a deep refusal to settle for anything less than awakening. This flame within you demands authenticity and the courage to live your truth. But be warned, freedom is not chaos. It is discipline paired with insight. Without mindfulness, your desire for freedom can become reckless, hurting yourself and others. Your challenge is to master freedom with wisdom. Meditation will anchor your mind so you don't lose yourself in endless distractions. It will teach you that freedom is not about doing whatever you want, but about being free from what controls you. Your role is to inspire others to see that the chains that bind us are often self-imposed. Your presence is a beacon for those lost in fear and conformity. If your first letter is F, embrace your destiny as the flame of fearless freedom. Burn away illusions, walk your path with courage, and remind the world that true power lies in liberation, from ego, from fear, from the false self. Your freedom is a revolution. Make it your mission to live it fully and inspire others to do the same. G, the ground of gentle strength. If your name begins with the letter G, you embody the quiet power of gentle strength, a core teaching of Buddhism that balances firmness with kindness. Your presence is like the earth itself, stable, nurturing, and deeply supportive. In a world obsessed with loud displays of power, you remind others that true strength is calm, steady, and enduring. G calls you to be a man who holds space without forcing or dominating. Your strength lies not in pushing, but in patiently bearing weight and offering refuge to those around you. This is the heart of compassionate action, doing what must be done with care and humility. In Buddhism, the earth element symbolizes groundedness and patience, essential qualities for anyone on the path to awakening. Your life's work is to be a foundation, not just for yourself, but for your community and loved ones. Others look to you when they feel unsteady because you radiate a calm confidence born of deep self-awareness. However, gentle strength requires balance. Without it, your kindness may be mistaken for weakness or exploited by others. You must cultivate boundaries rooted in self-respect and wisdom. This is not about hardness or resistance, but about clear and loving protection. Meditative practice will deepen your ability to remain centered, especially in moments of stress or conflict. It will remind you that flexibility within firmness is the key to resilience. The path of G is a reminder that power is not always loud or aggressive. Sometimes it is the quiet, steady hand that holds the world together. Your gentle strength has the power to heal wounds, restore trust, and build lasting peace. If your name starts with G, embrace your role as the grounded protector, the calm in the chaos, the steady rock in shifting tides. Your presence is a gift, a living example of strength that does not need to shout to be heard. Stand firm, stand kind, stand true. H, the horizon of humble wisdom. 400 words. If your name begins with the letter H, you carry the spirit of humble wisdom, a profound quality central to Buddhist teaching. Humility is not self-deprecation, but the clear recognition of life's impermanence and our interconnectedness. Your path is to walk with a quiet confidence that understands the limits of ego and embraces the vastness of the unknown. H resonates with the horizon, the place where earth meets sky, symbolizing your ability to hold opposites. Strength and softness, knowledge and openness, action and patience. You see beyond immediate appearances, sensing deeper truths that many overlook. In a world that prizes arrogance and self-promotion, your humility is a radical act. It disarms resistance and opens hearts. Like the Buddha, who taught without demanding, you lead by example, inspiring through your integrity rather than words. Your challenge lies in resisting the temptation to hide your light out of false modesty. True humility shines quietly but clearly. It is the wisdom to know that no single view holds all truth. This insight allows you to listen deeply, learn continuously, and act with compassion. Meditation anchors your humility, dissolving ego's grip and revealing the vast web of life to which you belong. It teaches you that wisdom grows when the mind is still and the heart is open. You are not called to conquer the world, but to understand it and yourself more fully. Your strength is not in asserting power, but in embracing vulnerability and complexity. If your name starts with H, your life is a horizon where many paths meet. You embody the humble wisdom that grounds strength in understanding and transforms challenges into opportunities for growth. Walk steadily with humility, and you will light the way for those who seek truth beyond illusion. I. The insight of inner illumination. Light of inner. If your name begins with the letter I, you carry the energy of inner illumination, a radiant quality deeply revered in Buddhist teachings. Insight is not simply intellectual knowledge, it is the light that burns away ignorance, revealing the true nature of reality. Your journey is one of penetrating clarity, seeing beyond surface appearances into the heart of existence. The letter I symbolizes the inward gaze, the turning of awareness toward the self, toward the stillness beneath thought and emotion. You are naturally drawn to understanding the subtle workings of mind and spirit, craving the deep truth that liberates from suffering. In Buddhism, insight, vipassana, is the path to awakening. It is the practice of observing phenomena as they are, without attachment or aversion. This practice reveals impermanence, no self, and the interconnected flow of all things. For you, this is not an abstract idea, but a living experience. Modern men often get trapped in distractions or external validation, but your calling is to dive deeper, beyond the noise of the world, beyond fleeting pleasures. You have the potential to cultivate profound wisdom through honest self-inquiry and mindful presence. However, insight is not a trophy to be won. It is a continuous process. Your challenge is to remain humble and patient as layers of illusion peel away, sometimes revealing uncomfortable truths about yourself and life. Meditation is your ally, illuminating the shadows within and clarifying the path ahead. Through consistent practice, your inner light grows stronger, guiding your actions with compassion and wisdom. If your name starts with I, embrace your role as the bearer of inner illumination. You are called to be a man who shines quietly but powerfully, dispelling darkness through insight and presence. Walk with courage into your own depths, and in doing so, inspire others to awaken from their slumber. J. The joyful journey of just being. If your name begins with the letter J, you embody the joyous simplicity of just being, a profound Buddhist teaching that encourages presence without distraction. In a world rushing toward constant achievement, your essence is a reminder that happiness is found not in doing more, but in fully experiencing now. The letter J vibrates with the energy of spontaneity and ease, the art of living without unnecessary struggle. You are naturally drawn to moments of peace, laughter, and connection, embodying the Buddha's teaching that life's deepest joy arises from mindful awareness. Men with J as their first letter often feel pressure to prove themselves, to carry burdens of expectation. Yet your true strength lies in releasing this tension and simply existing in harmony with life's flow. This is not laziness or escapism. It is a radical acceptance of what is. Buddhism calls this the middle way, avoiding extremes of indulgence and denial. You are gifted with the ability to find balance, to enjoy life's pleasures without attachment, and to face hardship without despair. Your challenge is to cultivate patience and trust. The joy you seek is not a fleeting emotion, but a steady current beneath all experience. Meditation teaches you to anchor in this presence, recognizing that true happiness arises when the mind is still and open. In relationships, your authenticity and lightness attract others who seek relief from heaviness and pretense. You remind them that life is not a problem to solve, but a mystery to be embraced. If your name starts with J, your path is the joyful journey of just being. You are here to embody peace, laughter, and ease in a world that often forgets these simple truths. Walk your path lightly, with gratitude for each breath, and inspire others to find joy in their own presence. K. The key of compassionate wisdom. If your name begins with the letter K, you hold the essence of the key, a symbol of access and unlocking, deeply resonant with the Buddhist path of compassionate wisdom. Your life's purpose is to open doors to understanding, to healing, and to awakening, not just for yourself, but for those who seek guidance. The letter K vibrates with the energy of both strength and gentleness. You possess an innate ability to see beneath the surface, recognizing the suffering of others and responding with kindness rather than judgment. In Buddhism, wisdom is inseparable from compassion. One without the other leads to emptiness or cruelty. Modern men often struggle to balance heart and mind, but you are called to master this union. Your challenge is to wield your insight not as a weapon, but as a tool to unlock potential and inspire transformation. The key you carry is both literal and metaphorical. It opens your own inner prison, the cage of ego, fear, and ignorance, and helps others to do the same. Your presence offers safety, inviting vulnerability and truth. Meditative practice will deepen your ability to listen and respond with clarity and empathy. Through mindfulness, you cultivate patience and understanding, qualities essential to wield your key wisely. Beware of the temptation to become a gatekeeper who controls access or imposes conditions. True wisdom is liberation, not limitation. If your name starts with K, embrace your role as the key, one who opens hearts and minds with compassionate wisdom. Walk with humility and strength, knowing that your greatest power lies in unlocking the freedom within yourself and others. You are a guide and a guardian on the path to awakening. L, the light of loving presence. If your name begins with the letter L, you carry the profound energy of loving presence, a radiant force at the heart of Buddhist teachings. Love here is not sentimental or possessive. It is unconditional, steady, and deeply mindful. Your essence is to be fully present with yourself and others, offering kindness that heals and connects. The letter L vibrates with warmth and openness. You are naturally drawn to nurture, to listen without judgment, and to create spaces where others feel safe to be themselves. In Buddhism, such presence is a form of metta, or loving kindness, one of the highest virtues. Modern men often equate love with weakness or control, but your path shows otherwise. True love is strength, patient, courageous, and free. It allows you to hold difficult emotions without being overwhelmed and to respond to conflict with compassion rather than aggression. Your challenge is to maintain this loving presence in a world that often encourages disconnection and selfishness. Meditation will help you cultivate this quality by training your mind to rest in openness and your heart to expand beyond personal boundaries. Loving presence is also about authenticity. People sense when you are genuinely there or when you hide behind masks. Your gift is your ability to embody truth with gentleness, inspiring others to do the same. If your name starts with L, your life's work is to shine as a beacon of loving presence. You are called to remind the world that real connection arises from being fully here, fully human, and fully compassionate. Walk your path with an open heart, and you will awaken love in yourself and those around you. M, the mastery of mindful movement. If your name begins with the letter M, you embody the principle of mindful movement, a dynamic balance between stillness and action that lies at the heart of Buddhist practice. You are a man who understands that true power emerges not from force, but from awareness flowing through every step, every breath, every choice. The letter M vibrates with steady momentum and grounded presence. You do not rush blindly, but move through life with intention and clarity. Like a river carving its path patiently yet persistently, you navigate challenges with calm determination. In Buddhism, mindfulness is the foundation for awakening. It is the practice of being fully present in each moment, observing without judgment. For you, this means mastering the art of conscious living, responding rather than reacting, embracing the ebb and flow of life with grace. Modern men often get caught in cycles of distraction, striving, and restlessness. Your spiritual calling is to break free from this treadmill by cultivating a deep connection to the present. This mindful movement transforms ordinary actions into sacred rituals, turning work, relationships, and even struggle into opportunities for growth. Your challenge is to maintain this presence amidst chaos and distraction. Meditation will strengthen your focus and deepen your awareness, helping you stay centered even when life pulls you in many directions. Beware the temptation to become rigid or overly controlled. Mindful movement requires flexibility, both in body and mind. It is the dance between effort and ease, discipline and surrender. If your name starts with M, you are called to master the flow of mindful movement. You are a man who walks the path with steady feet and a calm mind, transforming every step into a step toward awakening. Embrace your rhythm, trust your journey, and inspire others to move with presence and purpose. N, the noble path of non-attachment. If your name begins with the letter N, you embody the noble principle of non-attachment, a cornerstone of Buddhist wisdom. Your spiritual journey centers on freeing yourself from the grip of desires, expectations, and illusions that cloud the mind and cause suffering. The letter N vibrates with the energy of release. You are called to let go, not to become indifferent or apathetic, but to embrace life fully without clinging. This is the true mark of freedom, to love deeply, act wisely, and accept reality as it is, without the chains of craving. In a culture that equates possession with power and attachment with love, your path is radical. You understand that clinging to people, outcomes, or material things only leads to pain. Your strength lies in walking lightly through the world, open to change, impermanent, and free. Buddhism teaches that attachment is the root of suffering, dukkha. Your challenge is to recognize where you hold on tightly, whether it is to pride, control, or comfort, and to cultivate the courage to release these binds. Non-attachment is not easy. It asks you to confront fear of loss, rejection, and the unknown. Meditation and mindfulness will help you develop the inner space to witness your cravings without being consumed by them. Your name's first letter calls you to noble detachment, not coldness, but clear-eyed freedom. This frees your heart to love without possession and your mind to act without hesitation. If your name starts with N, you walk a path few dare to tread, the path of non-attachment. Embrace the noble courage to let go, knowing that true strength and peace arise when you release what no longer serves you. In doing so, you open yourself to the boundless flow of life itself. O, the oasis of open awareness. If your name begins with the letter O, you carry the sacred energy of open awareness, an expansive presence that mirrors the boundless sky and the stillness of a desert oasis. In Buddhism, open awareness is the practice of resting in pure consciousness, free from judgment, expectation, or distraction. The letter O symbolizes wholeness and openness. You are naturally drawn to spaciousness in your mind and heart, able to hold complexity without grasping or rejecting. Your spirit is a refuge, a quiet place where others can find relief from the chaos of life. In a world filled with noise and constant stimulation, your gift is the ability to remain centered and present. You offer a model of equanimity and acceptance, reminding those around you that peace is found not by controlling life, but by opening to it fully. Your challenge is to maintain this openness without becoming passive or disconnected. Open awareness requires vigilance, a continuous return to the present moment, even when distractions pull you away. Meditation is your essential tool, helping you cultivate clarity and calm. You understand that true freedom lies in embracing the fullness of experience without clinging. This wisdom is a balm to the restless mind and a beacon for those seeking deeper meaning. If your name starts with O, your path is to be an oasis of open awareness, steadfast, spacious, and welcoming. Through your presence, you teach that awakening is not about escaping life's storms, but learning to rest calmly in their midst. Be the refuge and the vast sky that others need in their journey. P, the power of purposeful presence. If your name begins with the letter P, you embody the power of purposeful presence, a vital quality in Buddhist practice and in life. Your existence is not by accident. You move through the world with intention and a deep sense of meaning. You are the man who knows that every moment holds potential, and how you show up shapes everything. The letter P vibrates with the energy of conscious choice. You don't drift through life passively, but engage fully, aware that your actions have consequences for yourself and others. This is the essence of right action, part of the Buddha's Noble Eightfold Path. In a world filled with distraction and superficiality, your strength lies in being fully present. You understand that power without presence is empty, and presence without purpose is directionless. Your challenge is to balance doing with being, to act decisively while remaining grounded in mindfulness. Modern men often face pressure to perform and succeed, but your call is deeper. You are invited to cultivate wisdom and compassion as the roots of your power. This means acting not from ego or impulse, but from a clear understanding of what truly matters. Meditation will sharpen your focus and deepen your connection to your inner purpose. Through stillness, you will align your daily life with your highest values and awaken a presence that commands respect without demanding it. If your name starts with P, your path is to harness the power of purposeful presence. Live each moment intentionally. Be the man who acts with clarity and compassion, whose very being inspires others to wake up and live meaningfully. Your presence is your power. Use it wisely. Q. The quiet quest for truth. If your name begins with the letter Q, you are on a quiet quest for truth, a subtle yet powerful journey, deeply rooted in Buddhist wisdom. Your nature is reflective, reserved, and inwardly focused, seeking answers that lie beyond surface appearances and societal noise. The letter Q resonates with the energy of inquiry and stillness combined. You may not be loud or forceful, but your presence carries a weight of silent knowing. This is the path of the seeker, who understands that truth is not shouted, but uncovered through patient observation and inner work. In a culture that often values speed and certainty, your journey invites patience and humility. You recognize that the deepest truths unfold slowly, often hidden beneath layers of conditioning and ego. Your spiritual work is to peel these layers back with mindfulness, revealing what is real beneath illusion. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of direct experience over dogma. Your Q energy encourages you to question everything, including your own beliefs, without clinging to answers. This ongoing quest opens you to wisdom that transforms suffering into insight. Your challenge is to avoid getting stuck in doubt or paralysis by analysis. Meditation can help ground your inquiries, bringing clarity and calm to your restless mind. The goal is not to accumulate knowledge, but to awaken into presence. If your name starts with Q, embrace your role as the quiet seeker, a man whose power lies in deep listening and patient exploration. Walk your quest with humility and courage, knowing that truth is found not in noise, but in stillness. Your journey is a beacon for those lost in confusion, showing that the quiet path leads to profound awakening. R. The resolve of right action. If your name begins with the letter R, you carry the profound energy of right action, a fundamental teaching in Buddhism that calls for integrity, responsibility, and alignment between intention and behavior. You are a man who understands that what you do matters deeply, not only for yourself, but for the world around you. The letter R vibrates with the strength of purposeful movement. Your path is not about reaction or impulse, but deliberate choices rooted in wisdom and compassion. You are called to act with clarity, avoiding harm while cultivating benefit for all beings. In the chaos of modern life, many men struggle with conflicting desires and pressures, but your nature demands discipline and moral courage. You know that true power arises when actions reflect inner truth, when your deeds and values are aligned. Buddhism teaches the Noble Eightfold Path as a guide to right living, with right action as its core. Your life's mission is to embody this teaching, standing firm as an example of ethical strength in a world often clouded by confusion and self-interest. Your challenge is to maintain this resolve even when faced with adversity or temptation. Meditation will deepen your awareness, helping you see the ripple effects of your choices and strengthening your commitment to act wisely. Remember, right action is not perfection, but intention. It calls for honesty, courage, and humility, qualities you cultivate through mindful practice and self-reflection. If your name starts with R, embrace your calling as a man of right action. Walk your path with unwavering resolve, knowing that every step you take shapes your destiny and touches the lives of others. Your integrity is your strength, and through it, you light the way toward awakening. S. The strength of silent stillness. If your name begins with the letter S, you embody the profound strength of silent stillness, a core principle in Buddhist practice. In a noisy world filled with constant demands and distractions, you are called to cultivate inner peace, a deep, unwavering silence from which true power flows. The letter S vibrates with the energy of calm presence. You are naturally drawn to moments of quiet, where the mind rests and the soul breathes freely. This stillness is not emptiness, but fullness, an inner reservoir of wisdom and strength that sustains you in times of turmoil. Buddhism teaches that silence and stillness are gateways to awakening. When the mind stops chasing thoughts and desires, it reveals the true nature of reality, interconnected, impermanent, and free from suffering. Your spiritual task is to nurture this stillness within yourself and others. Modern men often equate silence with weakness or withdrawal, but your path shows that silence is a form of courage. It is the refusal to be swept away by noise, the ability to listen deeply to life's subtle truths, and the strength to act from a place of clarity rather than reaction. Your challenge is to maintain this stillness amid the chaos of everyday life. Meditation is your anchor, training you to return again and again to the present moment, to the quiet heart of being. If your name starts with S, you walk the path of silent strength. You are the calm in the storm, the still point around which life's whirlwind spins. Embrace your silence, and through it, awaken the power that transforms both yourself and the world around you. T, the torch of truth. If your name begins with the letter T, you carry the energy of the torch of truth, a fierce and illuminating force, deeply rooted in Buddhist wisdom. Your soul's mission is to shine light on what is hidden, to cut through illusion, and reveal reality with clarity and courage. The letter T resonates with the power of clarity and fearless honesty. You are not content with half-truths or comforting lies. You seek the raw, unvarnished reality. Like the Buddha's teachings, your presence challenges ignorance and awakens understanding. In a world where many avoid discomfort and deny reality, your path is radical. You understand that truth is the foundation of freedom, even when it is difficult or painful. Your courage to face and speak truth is a beacon for those still lost in darkness. Buddhism teaches that clinging to illusions breeds suffering. Your role is to help yourself and others break free from these chains by holding the torch high. This means practicing not only intellectual honesty, but also emotional authenticity and integrity. Your challenge lies in balancing truth with compassion. Truth wielded without kindness can harm, while kindness without truth may enable ignorance. Meditation and mindfulness will help you cultivate this balance, sharpening your insight while softening your approach. If your name starts with T, embrace your calling as the torchbearer of truth. Walk your path with bravery and compassion, lighting the way for yourself and others. Your presence is a reminder that awakening begins when we stop hiding and start seeing clearly, no matter how bright the light. U, the unshakable ground of understanding. If your name begins with the letter U, you embody the unshakable ground of understanding, a profound cornerstone of Buddhist wisdom. Your strength lies not in force or haste, but in steady, deep comprehension of life's complexities and the nature of suffering. The letter U vibrates with the energy of patient insight. You approach life with a calm mind and open heart, willing to listen, reflect, and embrace perspectives beyond your own. This capacity for understanding anchors you amid chaos, allowing you to respond with wisdom rather than reaction. In a world rushing toward judgments and quick fixes, your presence is a refuge. You see that suffering arises from ignorance, and that liberation begins with seeing things as they truly are. Your spiritual path is one of inquiry and compassion, seeking not only to understand yourself, but to extend this understanding to all beings. Buddhist teachings emphasize prajna, or wisdom, born of direct experience and deep understanding. Your role is to cultivate this wisdom steadily, through mindfulness and meditation, allowing insight to deepen and transform your actions. Your challenge is to avoid getting trapped in intellectualizing or overthinking. True understanding arises not from concepts, but from presence, being fully aware and compassionate in each moment. If your name starts with you walk a path of unshakable understanding. You are the steady ground beneath shifting storms, offering clarity and peace through your patient insight. Embrace your role as a man who listens deeply, reflects wisely, and acts with heartfelt understanding. In doing so, you become a living example of awakening's gentle strength. V, the voice of vigilant compassion. If your name begins with the letter V, you carry the energy of a vigilant compassion, a watchful, active kindness deeply rooted in Buddhist wisdom. You are a man who not only feels the suffering of others, but also takes conscious, mindful steps to alleviate it. The letter V resonates with the strength of alertness combined with warmth. You are keenly aware of injustice and pain, yet your response is neither reactive nor detached. Instead, you cultivate compassion with clear eyes and an open heart, walking the path of the bodhisattva who vows to relieve suffering for all beings. In a world that often breeds numbness or passivity, your vigilance is a radical form of love. You are awake to what needs healing and willing to face difficult truths without losing empathy. This balance between awareness and kindness is your greatest gift. Buddhism teaches that awakening is inseparable from compassion. Your practice of mindfulness sharpens your perception, allowing you to see when and where your energy is most needed. Your actions flow from deep understanding rather than obligation or guilt. Your challenge is to maintain this vigilance without burning out. Self-care through meditation and reflection is essential to sustain your compassionate mission. By cultivating your inner calm, you ensure your compassion remains effective and genuine. If your name starts with V, embrace your role as the voice of vigilant compassion. You are a protector, a healer, and a guide, someone who acts with intention and kindness in a world hungry for both. Let your presence be a reminder that true awakening is living compassion in action. W, the warrior of wise will. If your name begins with the letter W, you embody the spirit of the warrior of wise will, a man who combines inner strength with clarity and discernment. In Buddhist teachings, wisdom paired with determined effort is the path to liberation, and you carry this energy in every step you take. The letter W vibrates with resilience and insight. You face life's challenges with courage, but your battles are not against others. They are against ignorance, attachment, and delusion within yourself. Your strength is grounded in awareness and mindful choice, making you a true warrior of the spirit. Modern men often mistake force for power, but your path teaches the difference. Power arises not from dominance, but from the clear will to act with compassion and understanding. You are disciplined yet flexible, strong yet gentle. Your challenge is to balance your fierce determination with patience. The Buddha's middle way, avoiding extremes, is your guiding principle. Meditation strengthens your resolve and sharpens your wisdom, helping you choose your battles wisely. You inspire others not through loudness or aggression, but through steady presence and unwavering purpose. Your life is a testament to the power of intention aligned with mindful action. If your name starts with W, embrace your role as the warrior of wise will. Walk your path with courage and clarity, knowing that true victory is mastering yourself and awakening your highest potential. Your strength is a beacon, steady, wise, and transformative. X, the xenial spirit of open hospitality. If your name begins with the letter X, you embody the rare and precious energy of xenial spirit, a heartfelt openness and generosity toward others that reflects deep Buddhist hospitality. While X is uncommon, your nature calls you to be a welcoming presence in a world often marked by division and isolation. Xenial means hospitality, kindness to strangers, and embracing the other with warmth and acceptance. Your spiritual path is about breaking down barriers between self and other, familiar and foreign, known and unknown, with an open heart and fearless trust. Buddhism teaches that all beings are interconnected and worthy of compassion. Your X energy makes you a bridge, inviting others into safety and understanding without conditions. You create a sacred space where difference is honored and healing begins. In a world that often fosters suspicion and fear of the unfamiliar, your challenge is to maintain openness without losing discernment. Meditation and mindful awareness help you cultivate this balance, welcoming all experiences while remaining grounded in wisdom. Your presence reminds others that true strength lies in vulnerability and that connection is the antidote to suffering. You embody the Buddha's teaching of metta, loving kindness extended beyond boundaries. If your name starts with X, embrace your role as the lineal spirit of open hospitality. Be the welcome and warmth that breaks down walls, inviting healing and awakening for yourself and all who cross your path. Your openness is a powerful medicine for a fractured world. Y, the yielding strength of patience. If your name begins with the letter Y, you carry the quiet power of yielding strength, a vital quality in Buddhist practice often misunderstood in modern culture. Your strength lies not in force or resistance, but in the ability to yield, adapt, and remain patient through life's challenges. The letter Y vibrates with the energy of flexibility paired with resilience. Like bamboo that bends with the wind but does not break, you embody a softness that conceals profound endurance. This is the essence of patience, kshanti, one of the 6 perfections in Buddhism, crucial for true awakening. In a world that prizes immediate results and control, your path is countercultural. You know that rushing or fighting against reality only creates more suffering. Instead, your wisdom is to accept the present moment as it is, responding with calmness and grace. Your challenge is to balance yielding with self-respect, never surrendering to passivity or complacency, but using patience as a form of inner power. Meditation strengthens your capacity to remain grounded and compassionate, even when tested. Your presence brings peace and steadiness to others, offering a quiet refuge from turmoil. You remind men and women alike that strength is not always loud or forceful. Sometimes it is the gentle power of waiting, understanding, and enduring. If your name starts with Y, embrace your role as the embodiment of yielding strength. Walk your path with patience and grace, knowing that true power arises when you stop resisting and start flowing. Your quiet endurance is a profound force for transformation and healing. Z, the zeal of Zen-like focus. If your name begins with the letter Z, you embody the zeal of Zen-like focus, a powerful blend of passionate commitment and serene mindfulness that drives your spiritual path. In Buddhism, Zen emphasizes direct experience and deep presence, and you carry this energy with a rare intensity. The letter Z vibrates with dynamic stillness. You are a man who pursues awakening with enthusiasm, but never loses sight of the quiet center within. Your zeal is not reckless urgency, but a steady, disciplined fire that fuels your growth. In a world distracted by endless stimuli and superficial pursuits, your focus cuts through noise. You understand that true progress requires both passion and patience, action grounded in awareness. This balance allows you to move swiftly without rushing, to be fully engaged while remaining calm. Your challenge is to keep this zeal balanced. Too much intensity can lead to burnout or frustration. Too little to complacency. Meditation is your anchor, sharpening your attention and cultivating equanimity. Your presence inspires others to cultivate their own focus and dedication. You show that spiritual awakening is not a passive state, but an active, vibrant process that requires heart and discipline. If your name starts with Z, embrace your role as the bearer of Zen-like zeal. Walk your path with fiery calm, blending passion with presence, and inspire others to awaken with the same focused spirit. Your energy is a beacon, alive, centered, and unstoppable. In the journey of life, the first letter of your name is more than a symbol. It is a gateway to the deepest qualities within your soul. Rooted in Buddhist wisdom, each letter reveals a unique path toward awakening, from disciplined determination to silent strength, from humble wisdom to fearless freedom. For modern men, embracing these truths means stepping into authentic power, grounded presence, and compassionate action. Remember, your true nature is always available when you look within with courage and clarity. Walk your path boldly, knowing that awakening begins in the simplest yet most profound place, your own heart.